Let's talk about Ghostbusters Afterlife. Here with me, as almost always, is Kirby Telesky. How are you doing, Kirby?
I think at this point it should just be like a co-host type thing, instead of just a special guest or something.
Here with me is bitter old bastard, Kirby Telesky.
Listen, hey, I'm just throwing suggestions out there. I'm not saying you have to.
You're not on enough. There are episodes that I do of this show that you don't even know about, so I don't even message you. I'm like Kirby's not even involved.
I know you did that Doom Patrol one.
Yeah, did you watch that?
No.
Exactly. See, so I'm not making you co-host. Absolutely not. All right. Just want to give you guys a breakdown of how the show is going to go today. We are going to talk about Ghostbusters 1 and 2 before we talk about Afterlife. If you'd like to skip around, it will be timestamped in the description. Don't forget, we're on Spotify, your podcasting app of choice. And like and subscribe, guys. It really helps the video out. But Kirby, what do you think about Ghostbusters 1, buddy?
Oh man, it's a classic. Like it's just there's not a single thing wrong with it. I mean, if you have a problem with Ghostbusters, you just have a problem with pop culture because I mean, there's so many references from this movie that are just in pop culture now, just from the quick one-liners between the cast or the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man or just anything. It's like a siren of the Ghostbusters. Ecto One is iconic now,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that movie so much. It's so good.
You know, I like it quite a bit.
hmm You're about to say something I'm not gonna like, are you?
I like it quite a bit, but I do think it has some problems.
Like what?
I don't know. A lot of the characters are pretty underdeveloped, don't you think? Especially
Well,
Winston.
okay. I mean, what?
Like none of the characters really have arcs.
I mean, are you really gonna watch Ghostbusters for a decent story arc of a character and not, hey, they're gonna go bust Ghost with a nuclear accelerator on their back?
Don't get me wrong. The movie's really, really fun. Like, of course, I love Ghostbusters. Like, look at me, right? Like, yeah, I love Ghostbusters. Like, I like it a lot. But I just don't know if it's definitely a classic because like it's just like it's what it is. If you like,
Yeah.
if you're pop culture into pop culture at all, you know what Ghostbusters is. Like, it's an instant classic. But as far as the movie like goes, like I think it's solid, but I don't know if I'm ever like, oh, Ghostbusters is like one of my number one like greatest films of all time. You know?
I'm not saying it's the greatest film of all time. I'm just saying it's like one of the not one of the most influential films of pop culture, but a big influence of pop culture.
I will say, and there are jokes that you can just make, and then people will be like,
Oh
"That's a
yeah,
Ghostbusters line."
yeah, that's a Ghostbusters
Yeah,
reference.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. We came, we
we
saw.
saw,
We
we
saw,
kicked
we
its
kicked its
ass.
ass.
You know what I didn't notice? As a
What?
kid, I grew up with this movie, right? So
Yeah.
I was watching it as a kid all the time, but watching it again, like as a 22-year-old,
hmm
Peter Venkman's a fucking weirdo.
He's
Like,
pretty weird. He is pretty weird.
he's a goddamn creep, dog. Like he's following women around and like zapping the girls. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like college girls. Like he's flirting with college
Yeah.
girls as a professor. Like bro's a little thrown off.
I mean,
I mean, granted, it was the '80s,
yeah,
but
yeah.
even then.
It was back then, and I mean, it's just Bill Murray as well.
But oh, don't do Bill Murray dirty like
I'm
that.
not. I'm
You
not.
think he was like that?
No. Well, I would say he's flirtatious, but he wouldn't act on it if you get what I mean, right? No.
That's pretty sus. I don't know if I get that vibe from him. I don't know. For some reason, when I think of Bill Murray, I just think of like huggable uncle.
No, no, he could be like stern when he needs to be, right? Like
Yeah, no, for
yeah,
sure.
he can be like fun and lovable or whatever,
He kind
but
of like the older he gets, the more he kind of looks like my grandfather, and it was freaking me out. Like I was like, oh my God, like
your
he looks like my
grandfather's Bill
grandpa.
Murray.
Well, my grandfather's dead, but my
Oh
grandfather
shit.
is.
Oh shit.
but
Yeah.
but yeah, he does kind of look like he looks like my great grandfather more than my grandfather. But I was still looking at him, and I was like, oh, this is weird. Like I
Yeah,
feel like I'm watching him.
yeah,
I
are
don't know.
you a descendant of Bill Murray there?
Probably. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? Like from the first one, if you'd had to be like, oh, this guy's definitely my favorite.
Oh, Dan Aykroyd.
Really? You like
Yeah.
what's Ray?
Yeah, Ray.
Ray.
Yeah.
Ray.
He's my he's my favorite. Just because he's all up into the science and he's oh yeah, no, let's go do it, and he doesn't care about the danger of it all or anything like that. He's just yeah, let's go do it and then let's see what happens.
Yeah. I think uh even though he's a weirdo, there's just something about,
Or
Peter
Rick Moranis.
Venkman.
Oh,
There's something about him, dude. Like
you just think you just think he's a weird duck? Just
he's weird, but he's my favorite character, dog. Like he's so odd though. Like I hate saying that because he's such like it's kind of like almost I don't know, but it's Peter Venkman. Like come on, bro. Like
it's iconic.
he has all the best lines for real.
He does. He does. What was it? I can't remember. I can't remember it.
Any of them?
There was something about
you can remember one.
no, it was something about like I don't believe in luck or karma or whatever. It's right as they're going into the hotel or whatever to go up to the top at the end of the movie. Like call it karma, call it luck or anything like that. And that's the only one I can remember right now.
Oh my god! And the line where he's like, Ray. If someone asks if you're a god,
you say yes. Hey, he did say yes.
wait, we'll get there.
Okay.
But don't spoil the reveal, Kirby. But
get a little excited over here.
Oh my god, am I gonna have to cut this out?
You're the one who started it.
Yeah, I said it. Okay. All right, but anyway, so you like Ghostbusters 1 a lot, instant classic.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any? You don't have anything you change about it? Like
No.
not one thing you don't like?
Just a couple little, I don't know, Easter eggs, I guess. So that old lady librarian that's at the beginning of the film and is getting scared off and all that. She's also in another iconic comedic movie with Jim Carrey. You ever see Ace Ventura?
I love Ace Ventura. Is that her?
No, well, hold on. No, you remember when he goes to that football player's house and the mother answers the door?
Yeah.
She's the mother.
That's awesome. I fucking love Ace Ventura, dude.
It's so good. And then apparently, again,
alrighty then.
At the end of the movie, when they're kind of filming the crowd as they're going up as they're coming out of the building and they're scanning the crowd, there's actually like a really famous porn star in the crowd that you can pick out.
Of Ace Ventura?
No, in Ghostbusters.
Okay, I was just gonna say, I was like, wait a minute now. Where are we going?
Yeah, no.
I do think the end credits are kind of. I think the movie ends pretty quickly. Oh yeah,
it
that's what I'm
does.
talking about. The movie has a pace like this, bro.
Oh yeah, no, there is not a single downbeat in that. It's just hopping next to.
You just go and go.
Yeah.
Also, what is it with every guy being weird when they're around Sigourney Weaver? Am I crazy? Like, I used to think that the Rick Moranis character was kind of funny, but now watching it, I was like, what a creep. Like, what a weird.
What? You think that a neighbor coming out every single time the lady comes home and tries to get her to come into your apartment just to hang out, have a drink or two, and
she's walking down the hall and like she's walking carefully because she's like, oh my god, I don't want to get busted. He opens the door. He's like, hey, are you coming to the party?
he's such a creep. He gets freaking locked out every single time.
No, that's hilarious. That's funny.
Yeah.
Him getting like, you know what I did? I used to feel bad for him when the dog was running after him.
Oh, when the gatekeeper was coming after him?
Yeah. Or I think it's the Keymaster. Yeah, when the Keymaster was running after him. But this time watching it, I was like, no, he probably deserves this.
Yeah.
It's like he probably deserves.
You have to admit that for an 80s film, this has like some great, like still great visual effects.
Well, no, that's what I was thinking when I was watching it. I was like, on God, like if I was watching this in the 80s, this would have blown my mind. Because they had was, they had Star Wars already.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like I would say it's like up there with like the quality at least. Like it holds up. There's some of the stop motion with the dog that looks a little weird.
I mean that's just
That's just time, though.
yeah, that's time, and I mean that's claymation and like the
Yeah.
stop motion stuff. So I mean, you can't really, you can only do your, you can only go do your
Mhm.
do so good with it until it is what it is.
And there are some visual effects, like right at the beginning, like in the library
Oh
with the
yeah.
like cards shooting out, like over and over
So
again.
you know how
It's
they did
so
that, right?
good. It's so good, and I like you can't help but wonder as a viewer, like, oh my god, how are they doing this? And it really helps, like, with the
With
whole,
the suspense and
ooh,
like,
is it a
yeah,
ghost?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So with when they were filming that scene,
It's a
uh,
it's a leaf blower, isn't it, on the back of them?
well, so what it is, it's a fake wall there behind behind that Dewey Decimal System
Yeah,
case, and it was just a bunch of prop hands or whoever like sitting there at the back of that case, and the back of it is hollowed out to where they have this tube sticking into the cards to where they push it open and just blow into the tube and it just launches the cards.
that's
and
nice.
and every single time that they had to reshoot that scene, they had to painstakingly pick up every single card and restack it inside the shelves. And
Oh,
they
so they're
only
like envelopes almost, and they're just like hung on the bottom of them, huh?
no. They were free loose cards that would shoot out randomly everywhere. But after they had to reshoot the scene a couple times, they would just have to pick up every single card and put it back in the.
That'd be awful, bro.
Uh,
But even then, like,
hey,
there's
the
other
shot
shit.
looks great.
Oh, it looks great. Like, it looks
Yeah,
great, and you can tell it's practical too, which is
yeah.
even better. Like, I love practical shit like that. That makes you like think like, wow. Like, just
Hmm.
imagine being a kid and seeing. I mean, I don't have to imagine. Like, I was a kid watching that for the first time, but like, I was like, oh my god. But yeah,
Hmm.
no, the movie doesn't stop. It just starts and then it ends, and
Hmm.
you're pretty much there for however long you need to be, hour and 48 minutes or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah. And I think it's pretty well done. I think it's pretty well done. As a comedy movie, it's like pretty damn funny.
Oh yeah, hands down. Still like top tier comedy of the '80s.
Yeah, dead ass. So, like it, I give it. What would you give it? Like a number rating, which are
Oh,
arbitrary anyway.
solid 8.
Really, I give it like a 7.1, 7.2.
So, yeah, solid 8.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Maybe even higher, honestly, just because it's so iconic. I don't know. The props are so cool, dude. Like,
I mean,
who would?
there's literally a Halloween song that a song that's dedicated to Halloween from this movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like without
That's
this
true.
movie, we wouldn't have yeah. I mean, every time Halloween comes around, you at least hear that song
Yeah.
once or twice, even without watching the movie.
Mhm. And I was thinking, and I was like, I think I really feel like they kind of shorthand Winston in this movie. But think of it this way. What I did kind of realize is if you are a friend group and you have at least 4 members, like
Hmm.
Ghostbusters is definitely like on the way. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's no way you're not doing it.
Hmm.
Too bad I only have friend groups of twos. But I don't know. What were you gonna say? You were gonna say something when I said they shorthand Winston.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
All right. Do you want to move to the second one? Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Uh, I just want to say, is it just me, or looking back now, out of all the stuff that Sigourney Weaver has done, is this kind of like the odd man out Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2?
What else has she
Just
been in besides? This might be on me. I haven't really seen anything else she's done besides uh, what is it? Can you hear that music?
a little bit, but not
Not
that
if I'm
much.
talking.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen anything else she's done besides oh my God, The Defenders.
You've never seen Alien? You've never seen Alien?
No man,
Are you
I'm
serious?
dead ass. Yeah, I've never seen Alien.
Wow, did not
Yeah,
expect that one.
yeah, never seen Alien. I
Wow.
was a Predator kid. My dad didn't like Alien, so he never showed it to us.
Wow.
But
So
Predator,
okay.
Dylan,
Dylan,
you son of
Dylan.
a bitch.
you son of a bitch.
I mean, she was in Avatar. She was in. I mean,
Oh, Avatar. Yeah, she was average in Avatar though. She just died like halfway
what
through.
top tier movies as a kid and still now? Holes.
Oh, she was in Holes. No, it doesn't stick out. Come on, she's all over pop culture.
Well, no, I'm talking more kind of like
Her casting, like who she plays.
yeah. I mean, she plays more of like serious characters, right? And then like, I mean, yeah. Ghostbusters was before Alien. Well, actually, no, my bad. It was after Alien.
But the thing with it is, even then, she plays a serious character in Ghostbusters. Like
I
she's
mean,
not.
yeah,
She
yes,
doesn't make
but not
jokes.
as serious as Ripley in Alien,
Yeah,
or the Warden in Holes, or the whoever she plays in Avatar. You know,
yeah.
it's I don't know. To me, it just seems.
Who even cares about Avatar anymore?
I mean, she's I'm looking at IMDb right now. She's going to be in all five apparently.
How she died?
No, she gets transferred into the monkey's body.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it does. Or
No, she's the one who dies. It doesn't work.
oh shit.
That's the risk at the end. He's like, "Oh, I can do it," and then he opens his eyes, and it worked.
I, hey, it says on here,
Bro, I
like
haven't
her.
seen the film in 8 years. How did I
Listen,
remember that better than you did? I watched that film when I no, oh my god, it's been longer, bro. I watched that
really?
film in the second grade when I was 8 years old. It's been
And
over a decade since
that's the
I've seen
last
that
time you
movie.
watched it?
Yeah, because yeah, I didn't have
Okay.
any other reason to watch it. The sequel didn't come out ever.
I mean, it's coming out next year.
You know what's gonna be weird? Oh, let's not talk about Avatar. Let's get back on topic here. Anyway, let's move on to Ghostbusters 2. Um,
So I'm
what
not
do you
gonna
think about
lie.
Ghostbusters 2, Kirby?
I didn't know this sequel existed for the longest time. Like, it probably wasn't till 6, 7 years ago that I knew this
Really?
movie existed. Yeah. No, it was.
When 2416 came out?
I want to say around that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just never knew it existed. Never heard about it. Never heard anybody like reference Ghostbusters 2 or anything like that.
Did you watch it when it came when you heard about
Yeah,
it?
yeah. When I heard about it, I looked it up and I watched it. And the first time I watched it, I remember thinking, "This is a case of sequelitis." I mean, and still is to me. I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, it's not like the original.
Did you rewatch it for this?
No, but I remember it.
Okay.
Like I remember both these films pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, but just because you can tell because of how good Ghostbusters did the first one, they were like, all right, let's try to make another one, and so they did. And to me, it wasn't as good, but I mean, it still had a couple of traits of like the original. There still had the like little comedic lines here or there, and the funny little comedic scenes here or there, like with the dancing toaster or whatever like that, and just the weird and awkward freaking museum curator dude.
Yeah.
God,
See, that's my kind of main grievance with Ghostbusters 2. I just think the villain is incredibly uninteresting. Um, like a floating head, bro. Come on. And the effects are okay, but they're not nearly like as cool as like none of the effects in this movie I feel like are as cool as they were in the first one. Like the
I mean,
slime is like, okay, well we knew how to make slime in the 80s. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, I'm like, and the villain like as a floating head guy that talks, it just looks really cheesy.
Well, he was trapped in a painting.
I know, but even that is kind of dumb, isn't
It
it?
was it was like the idea of it wasn't that strong, and the execution was as good as the idea, in my opinion. Uh, because all right, yeah, you can have like an evil overlord that's trapped in something, but why does it have to be a painting?
Yeah.
And why do you have to?
Because that's where she works. That's what they
Well,
wanted to
yeah,
portray.
but all right, she works in a museum. You can have him trapped in like a vase or something else,
Which
or
was
like in a
weird because in the
dagger.
first movie they said she had a different job than that, didn't they? They said she was a professor or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Like
something.
she studied something or whatever.
And now I think she just got the museum job, kind of
Yeah.
like recently. Um, but yeah, I mean, they could have picked a better execution for the
And
villain.
and I don't like the whole plot line where they like they get arrested and then they're put in the asylum, and then like I think when they like for some reason they got blamed for the city
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
when like the mayor told them to go out and do it, like it was his proposition for them to save the town.
Hmm.
So I was just like, this is just weird. Like I was like, I don't understand this. I don't understand like this, like why they chose to go this direction. I guess
Hmm.
because they needed a reason for them to split up, but like I just feel like that wasn't really enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I guess the other thing with it, that like the problem that I had with it was at the end of it, like the goo or slime, whatever you want to call it, like it was only a problem because New York was a quote unquote angry city, right? Like
Yeah,
like the slime fed off of emotion,
yeah, like
which
off of their
was
aggression. Yeah,
yeah, which was a little weird to me. And then the way they overcame it, or how they got the Statue of Liberty to walk with
hmm
the slime and the stereo and all that.
yeah, and then
I don't know.
somehow
That
it's
was
just
a
back at the end.
yeah.
Like,
I think it was a little weird.
yeah, it's just that's a weird story beat where they're like, okay, well, let's get the Statue of Liberty to go in and be all positive. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
it's a little whack, and I think the fact that they like when Ghostbusters when they get back together, it's this like symbol. It's like the
yeah.
Ghostbusters 2, and they put that on the car, and I'm like, but why would they do that though? Like, why would they say it's Ghostbusters 2 when they just reopen as Ghostbusters?
Hmm.
I don't know. I like the movie though. I
No,
think it's
yeah, no,
good.
yeah. It's a decent movie. I mean, it's not a waste of time or anything like that. But it's
It just has problems.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I think it's okay. How did you feel about you kind of already mentioned the artist thing. How did you see, I think if the visual effects were to shine somewhere, it would be like when they go underneath the tunnel and stuff like that. And they're in like when you see the goo like going through the
mhm,
sewage.
mhm.
How do you feel about like stuff like that?
I think that was all
Yeah.
practical effects, because I mean they could have easily built like a little sewer
Maybe just
room or
composite,
whatever. Yeah,
right?
and then
Yeah.
had a river of goo or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy to do because I guess. And the other thing with the goo, why was it pink? Why did it have to be pink?
I don't think pink's a bad color for it. I just think
I,
the whole thing is arbitrary. Like it's just
yeah.
weird. It's just a weird way to go about it because it's not very menacing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not
Mhm.
very like compelling, I guess, is really like that. Like it's interesting at first when they're yelling at it and the bits that they have where they're like, "Shut up,
Yelling at
Ray."
it. Yeah.
Yeah, though that's kind of funny. Like that is a funny bit. But I just don't know. I'm just like, it's not really interesting after you kind of figure out the shtick. You know what I'm saying? Even
Yeah.
though when they go down into the sewer right before they find the thing
Hmm.
and they're walking and then the train goes through Winston, that
Hmm.
scene's hilarious. Like
It
where he's just
is.
standing there and he's like, I don't
It's
want
just
to be.
frozen.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Well, you know what? I also like when they what is it? It's so good when they're doing the construction
Hmm.
on the pipeline or whatever, and
Yeah,
then
and they're
yeah,
blocking the street off or whatever.
what the hell are you doing down here? Let me do my job. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's funny. Even though it makes no sense, but
No, it doesn't. It
it's
doesn't.
pretty damn funny though. It's pretty damn funny. He's like, and then the construction guy comes back. He's like, the pipeline's it's over there. And he's like, God damn it, these.
These morons.
Yeah. No, it's pretty funny. But other than that, I also thought it was weird. How do you feel about Peter and Sigourney Weaver splitting up and then getting back together? The baby
Uh,
stuff's cute, but how do
yeah,
you feel?
they had to pick they had to make a love interest for the movie, and I mean, again, sequelitis, so they didn't. Well, it wasn't a strong.
They went back to the same one, basically.
Yeah, there wasn't a strong reason on why they broke up or and why they got back together. You know, it was just because the movie needed them to.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I guess that's how I feel about it. Is their relationship was just there because the movie needed it to be.
You know, and I think it's weird, or not weird. it is funny though when they're like, Peter, we need your help, and he's
Mhm.
like, he's in the middle of the street, and he's about to go on a date with Sigourney Weaver, and he's like, kind of busy tonight, fellas, and he like chooses to not go with them, so
Yeah.
they're like all alone with it. I thought that was a bit funny. I think the climax. How do you feel about the climax of the movie with like the baby and the summoning and the dude walks forward and
I don't know. I think the baby stuff was weird to me. Again,
yeah,
just I mean, I get it, right? I mean, I get it. It's just it. I think they could have done something better instead of having trying to get a baby to be the
yeah,
evil, the overlord, or turn him into the
yeah, yeah.
overlord or whatever.
Hmm.
You know?
Well, it's also like, why would you want to be put into a baby?
Yeah. Like why not just put yourself in the museum curator dude or whatever? You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't put myself in that guy because look at him, but I wouldn't want to be put in a fucking baby because you could just drop him off a building or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's not really that like, and plus, would he lose his like intelligence, or does that baby have the intelligence of that man?
No, I think it's like his mind transfers
It's
into the
so
body.
like what we have boss baby like like I don't know, it's weird. I don't know. It just doesn't. I was like, okay, wow, this is a terrible plan. Like
Yeah,
no wonder it failed.
they could have had a much better
Yeah,
plan.
yeah, yeah. But all right, are you ready to? Or do you have anything else you'd like to say about Ghostbusters 2? Any cool cameos or cool facts?
Uh, no,
Nothing.
no,
All
not
right,
nothing.
let's get into our story breakdown of Ghostbusters Afterlife, Kirby. So starting at the beginning, the movie starts out with the first scene with it's kind of hidden a little bit, but it's
Yeah,
Egon.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a Harold Kumar. No, not Harold and Kumar.
it's not him because he passed away, but
Well, yeah, yes, but
it's Egon, the character Egon.
yeah,
Um,
Harold Ramis.
yeah, or a stand-in for him. How did
Yeah,
you feel about the introduction
I
scene, like with him like chasing the ghost and like
so
the keymaster coming after him? I think it was the gatekeeper. I
I
think
can't remember.
either or.
Yeah. Uh, so like, I knew this movie was. I think this movie like got greenlit like right before he died, but didn't have any like production. Uh, well, it didn't start production or
He died.
anything.
No, bro. He died in 2014.
Oh, he did. Damn.
Yeah. So
Uh,
no, they greenlit it without him. Yeah.
dang. Okay. So I like it. I mean, I liked all the scenes where he was like hidden and whatever, and I get why they couldn't show his face because I mean you
Yeah.
can't.
But the opening specifically, how did you feel about that? Like as the opening of the movie, like starting with Egon and in his
I
hood.
no, I thought it fit well. Because I mean you don't really know who it is until he gets up onto the porch,
And then you see
right?
his glasses,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah. Then you see
yeah,
his glasses, and then like the hair.
yeah,
You know, yeah, that's Egon Spengler.
yeah, yeah.
And I thought it was good, and I was kind of wondering what he was running from.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
it was super interesting because I was like, okay, well, this is a Ghostbuster, and then like
yeah,
it was a good
he's
way to
running from a
start.
ghost or something.
Yeah, it was a good way to start because I had a lot of questions. I was like, well, why is he alone? Like, what's going on? And then, I was like, okay, he's probably going to pass away because
Yeah,
he is dead. Like, they have
yeah,
to get rid of him somehow. Did you feel it was a good send off? Like, a good way to basically end his
yeah.
life story?
I mean, because of the backstory that you get from Afterlife,
The
like
movie itself,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you get like he went kind of like crazy old man route, but
Yeah.
not. He went the crazy old man route to other people, but there was a reason why.
But I'm talking about in terms of like the beginning of the film. Did you
Yeah.
think that send off was rushed? Did it make sense to
No.
you, or
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I don't think it's rushed. It's like well placed because I mean you can't
reveal
have
everything?
it. Yeah,
Yeah, leaving you asking questions.
yeah, and you get them later on.
Hmm.
You get the answers later on.
I think then the the next scene we go into is the introduction of at least Finn Wolfhard and the granddaughter and the mom. They're at the apartment and then they're driving there. How did you feel about their introduction? Because I have an interesting.
No, I mean I was fine with it. I mean I mean, how else are you supposed to introduce characters?
Well, okay. Well, let's just talk about their without getting into the specifics of the ending, like their characters overall, as far as like the mom goes, and in that like and such. Like, how did you feel about Finn Wolfhard's character? You know, what are their names? Because I don't know their names. It's similar to the first Ghostbusters, where if you're not paying a lot of attention, you kind of miss their names. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. It's Trevor and Phoebe.
Trevor. And who?
Phoebe.
Phoebe,
Right?
okay.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about Phoebe and Trevor and the mom?
I mean, I was fine with them. I mean, I don't know what to say about them. I mean, they were character. I mean, they're the offspring of Egon Spangler without them knowing that they were.
You know what? I thought that what they did with Finn Wolfhard's character was a little
What do you mean? Like what like
I don't know. It's
just,
just like I don't know. I felt like a lot of his jokes weren't landing, and I just kind of felt like I was like, oh, so it's just like yeah, like I feel like that role could have been played by almost anybody. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I did feel that.
Yeah.
I mean, there was only like really one problem that I had with the movie itself, and it was just. I mean, to me, I think it would have been slightly better if they didn't use kids as the main characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if they went like a little bit older, with like 20, 25-year-olds, like
maybe
still,
the grandkids are grown up or something.
Yeah, like just a little bit more, you know, like to where they're not teenagers. I guess I think just teenagers kind of seem unpractical to me for this movie.
That being said, though, Phoebe, I think that's an excellent casting. Like she
Yeah,
looks like
no,
that motherfucker.
Yeah,
she
really
looks
good.
like him.
She did look really good as Phoebe Spangler. And
Yeah, and I 100% bought into like she's got the hair down and like the glasses are like dead on. And yeah, no, I really thought that was interesting. Then we kind of get into we move forward and then we introduce Paul Rudd's character in the school.
Oh, I freaking
How did you feel about his introduction?
Oh, I fucking loved Paul Rudd in this movie. I knew it was going to be his derpy comedic style, and I loved it.
He fits right into this world. I don't know why they haven't.
He does
sooner. Yeah,
he does.
And I love the like how this like scene plays out, where like eventually Phoebe like figures out he's like it's so funny to me that he's showing Child's Play in summer school, bro. Like,
well, and Cujo.
Yeah, they're showing, and he's like describing it to the kids. He's like, "We're gonna watch this movie about this rabid dog that murders people."
God,
like he doesn't give a fuck. And like he's showing it in the middle of school, and then like the banter between Phoebe and him, I thought really worked. Like I could feel the connection, and I could feel like her, like I thought their chemistry was good. Did you feel the same way?
Yeah, no, I thought they went along great, and I think he was perfectly cast for this movie, just for his comedic style and his like the way he delivers the lines and all that was really well. And Phoebe McKenna Grace is the actress's name. She did really well as Phoebe. I feel like that this movie is going to be a big boost in her career.
Maybe not. I mean, even if it's not, like as a standalone performance, I thought she was fantastic. I think a little bit of the stuff with Finn Wolfhard and the girl, like I said, man, I just wasn't really interested in his like character story, like where he's working that job and stuff.
Yeah, and that's, I guess that's where I think like teenagers weren't ideal for like the
movie. It slows
the
down
character age
there.
Yeah, it does. And then the podcast dude,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get his character. Yeah, I get his.
He's the Dan Aykroyd character, basically.
Yeah, I get his style. But to me, he's just too young.
Well, I could feel it because I thought it was funny. Like I was like, okay, well, I just but there's no Bill Murray character, and I know that's a lot to live up to, but
That is a
they're
lot.
trying to hit the same archetypes, right? Like, or at
Hmm.
least attempting to. And I wouldn't say that Finn Wolfhard's character was funny. Like,
Hmm.
really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't find myself like laughing. Like, I found Phoebe funnier than he like was. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just her quirkiness, like where she's like, "Oh, well, like when I'm overstimulated, I'm calm." You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
I don't know why I just wasn't working for me. Did it work for you, like Finn Wolfhard stuff, or same kind of the same thing?
The,
Like in
are
terms
you
of
talking about?
comedy, and his story overall, like with the
I guess he just, in my mind, he doesn't fit that not idiotic, but that kind of glued to his phone Gen Z type kid, and just kind of tuning out the world
Mhm.
type kid. You know what I mean?
He really was trying to
Uh,
tune out the world. The motherfucker was
yeah,
doing everything he could to get away from everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess just because I mean we've seen him in Stranger Things and like maybe one or two other things,
Mhm.
uh, and then seeing him do this, it just doesn't fit well. I mean, yeah, he does his best, but I think they could have, like you said, this role could have been played kind of by anyone.
I didn't feel like he
Uh,
made it. But I
yeah,
mean, there's a lot of things that go into that. It's not. I'm not necessarily saying it's his fault, like as an actor. I'm just saying,
yeah. It's
like
just.
some more. I think there could have been more interesting things to do.
Mhm,
Yeah. Um. Then we go to the house.
mhm. Dirt
Um.
farmer,
Dirt farm. Yeah, the dirt
dirt
farm.
farmer,
And this whole like, how did you feel? What were you thinking when the chess thing started to happen?
the chess thing.
Like, where
Oh,
they
oh
started
no!
playing chess?
No, like as soon as that chessboard flew off the thing, I knew that was freaking Egon. I like
You really?
yeah, no, I knew, yeah, the fucking Spangler right there, motherfucker.
Really? Because I was like,
Yeah,
I was watching it and I was like, this could be well, because I couldn't place it. I was like, this could be really bad, or I was like, this could be something kind of sweet and like honest. And I like the whole like her figuring out where the ghost trap is. Like, how did you feel about like that playing out?
so that I liked it. I feel like if you're a new, I feel like if you've never seen Ghostbusters before and you go into this one,
Why
watching
are
it for
you
the
doing
first
that in the
time.
first place? What's wrong with
Well,
you?
yeah. For one, why
Yeah,
are you doing that? Two, you're not gonna know what like half the crap that they use is,
yeah,
right? Because I mean, they pull out that I'm gonna call it the ghost radar,
yeah.
the ghost star, whatever you want to call it.
Spectrometer or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and it's starting to flash, and we know what it does because we've seen the movies.
yeah. Oh,
But
but it was kind of cool, wasn't it?
yeah, it was. But you pick up on what it does later in the movie, but like right off, you're not gonna know. All right, what the hell is this thing doing? Um, and that was the only problem that I had with it was I could see other people having a problem with it or not knowing what the hell this is.
Yeah, but bro, like, come on, if you're coming into Ghostbusters Afterlife and you haven't seen at least one of the other ones, like,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
come
will
on,
say
what are you doing in the first place, right?
when I went to go see Afterlife, right on either side of me were both a just like an older, not an older couple, but I mean like an older woman on my left and an older guy on my right, and
Yeah,
uh, anytime like something iconic from the original Ghostbusters came out on screen, they're like, "Oh yeah, that," and they're like,
yeah.
"Oh hey, looky there."
And I'll tell you what, they nail the like the character, like the character pieces, like they look
Oh yeah,
identical. I don't know if that's the actual props they had, but it's like dead on, I
I don't
think.
know. The one thing I do want to highlight is that from the original film they got to use a bunch of deleted scenes from that commercial shoot,
Mm-hmm.
Well, that you see whenever Phoebe's watching it on YouTube or whatever, like that's all deleted scenes
Oh,
from the
those are all
original
deleted
film.
scenes.
Yeah, like that. None of that was in the original movie. Like
I was wondering that because
except maybe
there's
the
a little
very
clip.
first one. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there's
like
a little clip.
all the other ones, yeah, that's all stuff you've never seen before,
Yeah.
and I thought that was pretty cool.
But but yeah, let's talk about it. So they get in and then they do the ghost trap. How did you feel
Mhm.
about the ghost trap scene thing?
The
Like where they unleash it in the car and the bus.
Oh,
The
I
bus.
thought that was funny. Just the and
Paul Rudd, he just steals the
oh
show.
yeah, he does. Anytime he's on screen, he's the highlight of the
Yeah.
scene.
Like when he's like trying to figure out, like he's stomping on the thing and he's like, "This isn't quite," and then he's like,
And he
"Oh shit."
saps it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And just the couple jokes he delivers after that. And yeah, we should go. I could be held reliable or something like that.
Yeah. So he's a terrible teacher.
He
Yeah.
is.
He's awful. He's so bad. But I like the like her like looking at the clips on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh come on, this is really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like figuring out, and then like after that she like goes downstairs into the basement. How did you feel about Egon's basement of trinkets and the whole like
Oh, I loved it.
and the whole like light moving thing?
Yeah, I mean, I pictured it like with the light or whatever. I mean, that was literally him just like looking down and like
Yeah.
looking down at her, watching her work, and I thought that was really cool.
It was really sweet, and it was also really like I had a lot of questions at least because I was like, well, if he was this dad who wasn't present, like,
Mm-hmm.
what is the whole like? Why is his spirit like so nice to the grandkids? You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't figure it out.
I mean, you see it later when the mom goes down there. I mean, you see the entire wall.
Well,
That's, like,
we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right, then I can't. Okay.
Well, yeah, shut your fucking mouth, Kirby. We're doing
Jesus
a story
Christ.
breakdown. We're going
God.
in chronological order, okay?
Jesus,
Buddy boy.
fucking-
But anyway, then we go out with Finn Wolfhard and his, like the girl, and they do like the scene on the canyon or whatever, and they see the monster that's growing underneath, which I don't think we really need to talk about.
No.
I mean, it's just villain setup. After that, they go, and then she calls the number.
Yeah, Ray.
Yeah, or the Ghostbusters number, and like I thought it was gonna be Bill Murray from the trailers.
Yeah, I thought it was Bill Murray for
Yeah.
when he picked it up because
it
sounded like Bill Murray too.
Yeah. The tattoo on the arm it felt more like a Bill Murray or like Peter Venkman like thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I mean, so were you like, how did you feel about that?
I mean, I love that scene because I knew we were gonna have that scene because of the trailer, and I was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And I love that. That's how she gets all of the information on Egon, and how we get all the information on. All right, why is he out here in the middle of Oklahoma, going to this mountain?
Yeah. Such a decent like subtleties too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it, and then like I was like, okay, well, how cool are they gonna play with this? Because they were doing they were like, okay, here's the Ecto-1 thing, like we're getting there, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then they were also like, so I was like, are we gonna just fully commit and be like, okay, this is them, and then this is like how they're gonna be in it? But this is like a soft introduction, and I love that he fills us in on the other Ghostbusters too.
Yeah,
like he tells us, oh, this is what happened to all of us after,
everything went down.
Yeah. No, I thought it was an exposition dump, but I thought it was handled really well.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it made sense for the story. Like she needed it too.
I do want to highlight on the like Ecto-1, like the first reveal of it.
Yeah, that's next. What did you think about that?
I mean, like, we knew it was in the barn just because. I mean,
the advertising.
Where else? Where else is it going to be? And then you see Finn like lift it up, and you see it's Ecto-1. That he's working on it or whatever, and as soon as he like charges out of the barn with it, and it's just
and I love the little like wires, how they like click, like you see the like that was shit was cool. You guys like, we'll let you get it. Yeah.
I thought it was really good, and I wish you would have threw the siren on then too, where you get that, where you get that.
No, it was tight. There's a sense of wonder there because I was like, oh, I was
Yes.
like, oh, the Ecto-1, like look
Yeah.
at him go. And then I think what comes next is the mom and them. They're on the date, and eventually we get to the point where Podcast and Phoebe are like in the thing with the. How did you feel about them in the metal shop with the ghosts?
I wish it was. I wish it was. What was his
Slimer.
name? Yeah, Slimer. And it wasn't.
Well, I mean, I thought the thing was cute either way. I was like, oh, this is
no,
a cute
I
thing.
did.
And there is narrative significance later on, but I was still like, come on, Slimer could eat the metal.
Yeah. I mean, Slimer's freaking Slimer. He can eat anything.
But that might have been too. That might have been too much fan service porn.
No.
You don't think so?
No, they literally made a spin-off of Slimer.
Yeah, that's true. It is basically the same character. But also, would it make sense for it to be Slimer though, Kirby? Because like,
why
Slimer,
not?
Because Slimer was taken care of in New York.
All right. So was freaking the big baddie.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe. You might be right. I don't know. Maybe. But did you not like the scene? Because it wasn't Slimer?
No, I did like the scene. I mean, you get the entire chase through downtown, and then you see the new and improved Ecto-1 with
I know, she flips out and
coming out. That was cool as shit.
She was tight, bro.
I kind of wish they didn't show that in the trailer.
Yeah, me too.
Just to where you could be like, oh damn, that was pretty cool.
And he's got the drone that can go 190 miles an hour. Like, how?
Yeah, you get the little RC car.
Yeah, and he's got the oh, bro, they tricked out the car before they stopped catching ghosts, bro. I was but can you imagine driving that through like downtown New York?
Oh God, yeah. I'm betting you like 10-1 odds that was freaking Egon driving that thing.
But like, but even then, all I could think was like, okay, so they designed this for New York. I was like, I bet this was something they designed and then hardly ever used. Because I was thinking, I was like, damn, this is probably like the most action this like spin out wheelchair thing has gotten.
Because when are you going to use an RC car and a spin out chair in the middle of downtown New York City?
Yeah, for real. No, but it was really cool. It was really cool, and then the whole like jail scene thing. That was fine. I was like, okay, well.
I didn't expect freaking what's his name to be like the sheriff.
Oh, her dad?
Yeah.
Or the actor.
Yeah. Bookham Woodbin.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in a lot of shit.
He is, but I wasn't expecting that, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. He did okay. I mean, there wasn't really much to that role.
No, but I mean, it was a nice.
But he gets to be in the
Ghostbusters
world now, so I would take the role too.
Yeah.
And then what comes next after the jail and whip out, and then we get to Paul Rudd, and the Keymaster scene where he's in Walmart, and then
God,
the dog chases after him.
I want to highlight on the Stay Puft little.
That was awesome, bro.
That was cool as shit. They were cute.
That was the point. That was a point where I was like, okay, this is just clear fan service. Like, I was like, there's no reason for this to be happening besides like what is going on. But something about watching those motherfuckers walk across a grill and just like burn themselves alive was like so entertaining.
It was, and then the blender as well, where he's like,
it was like also like horribly gruesome.
It was.
I was like, oh my god, and bro, this fucking Keymaster, I was like, this is the scariest this thing has been.
Oh yeah.
Like when he's running around Walmart and then he gets in his car and he's like, "Oh, fuck me."
I'm glad they used like a suit for him too. They didn't just make it CGI. Like I'm glad they stuck with like the suit.
They mix it. They do a bit of practical.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But like the close-ups or whatever when he throws the freaking ice cream at. All right, I want to highlight on the Ben and Jerry's little cameo or Easter egg, because he's standing there in a freezer full of Ben and Jerry. And I mean that's clearly
a classic product placement,
yeah, from Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, it has to be for sure.
Yeah,
and I love that he grabs like the only one that's not Ben and Jerry. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
he grabs like one pink one. No, bro, but I tell you what, when he was running from that thing, I was like, oh shit, I'd be running from that shit too.
Yeah, you be hauling ass.
Yeah, I mean, in the first one, it's just like, okay, well, this is like a monster thing, but it's not really like scary. And this one, I was like, oh my god, like I don't want to be caught by this thing.
And that kind of makes you think of, all right, that's probably the audience's reaction back in the 80s when this movie came out, you know?
Same thing. Yeah. You know what though? and then but the next scene is the mom finding out that Egon basically has been like keeping tabs, or at least been in contact with her mom the whole time. How did you feel about that?
I thought that was well. I thought that was well written and well executed. Because I mean, you see that she followed all the steps that Phoebe did to get down there, and then whenever you see the wall, and then you see then she sees the lamp kind of motion over to it or whatever, and she knew that he was there, that he was like there with her in that moment, you know. And I think that was
it was really well executed. I think,
yeah.
And I love that like he's keeping tabs, and like if you were like read his notes, he's like she's got more freckles now. It's almost time for braces.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I was like. It was well done.
It was good. It was
well done, yeah. Because like you see, he like left, but he like still deeply cared about her, and I was like, well, how are they gonna make this guy not seem heartless? You know what I'm saying, for leaving? And then we figure out why he's leaving, or slightly before that, or right after that. I can't. My memory's fuzzy. We figure out why he's leaving because the kids find the little area where he's got like the blasters pointed on the tunnel, keeping all the ghosts down.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
That was cool as shit.
I know, right?
Like from then you can tell Egon's been a busy motherfucker in Oklahoma.
Bro's like a mad genius, bro. Like I was just thinking, I was like, this is some shit he would come up with too, because I was like,
that's only an Egon Spengler invention right there.
It's like the fucking earthquakes, and like they're figuring this shit out, and it's like, and it's like pushing them all down. Oh my god! And the fucking the dead corpse was J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, so I didn't know that was him until he got up and was talking.
Yeah, I was like, well, okay, we'll talk more about it then. But I was like, what the fuck is this?
How the hell do you get J.K. Simmons as for that little 2-minute cameo bit?
The yellow M&M, bro. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
No, but we'll talk about it more in a second then. But no, I thought that was great, because then we figure out like and then they're like, oh my god, this whole time he was protecting basically the world. He was like sitting here being like the gatekeeper so that they wouldn't come back. And then I love that we discover like the stone. Like this is such an interesting callback, where like the stone that they used to build the building in New York.
Oh yeah,
was the same stone?
It was the same mineral that was mine. That was mine in that mine. That was melted down and used as girders for that building.
And that's why that shit was happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is such an interesting and cool little connection that they did. And I was wondering, do you think they just wrote that and they were like, fuck it, whatever, we'll just write this? Or do you think they like actually look up like what was the sediment of the building, and then they were like, okay, we'll set our story.
So I mean, I don't know if that's like a real sediment or not, but I'm pretty sure that was just like, all right, yeah, we have to connect these two somehow to more or less to not get confused on why. All right, why is Zorg or whatever his name is, Zool coming out in the ground here, and why did he do it in New York City as well? So I feel like that they just had to make a connection, and that's what they came up with.
And then, maybe, I don't know. I was just thinking, I couldn't help but think, I was like, what if it was like super cool that they, I don't know. But you're probably right. It's probably just writer's convenience. And then they did, and then the mom gets captured, and then there's this fucking scene. How'd you feel about this scene between Paul Rudd and the mom, bro?
That was a bit spicy, let me tell you.
No, it was not. I just love the like Paul Rudd's like laying there and he like does this like goofy walk.
That's all Paul Rudd right there.
Yeah,
that's just
he was like, we have to add this scene because I think it would be pretty funny. Like I felt like that he directed that part of the movie. I was like, okay, Paul Rudd. Fucking ridiculous.
It was. I mean, it's funny as shit though.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then this is the kids. Basically, they band up and get together, and now it's the like main showdown. How did you feel about the prison, like them getting the shit?
Hold on.
Go ahead. What?
I don't know if they made the connection in the original film, but like in this one, they said, yeah, hey, so the gate master and the what
Keymaster and the
keymaster and the
gatekeeper.
gatekeeper, they've got to go into whoever's bodies and then like get intimate.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever said that in the original movie.
They did. They said something
They
like
did?
it. Yeah, they didn't show it. That's the difference. Is
Okay,
that they were
I was about to say because I don't ever remember seeing a scene in that movie where
well,
Sigourney Weaver and Rick Moranis got busy in the sheets.
yeah. Well, they didn't show that scene, but when Sigourney Weaver's with Peter Venkman, he like goes over and visits her. Remember, she's possessed already,
Yeah,
and she's like, "I want you inside me. Like, are you the Keymaster?" And he like
Yeah.
knocks on the door, and he's like, "I am the Keymaster." And
I
like,
remember
he
that.
goes
Yeah, I do
back
remember
in.
that.
She's like, "Are you the Keymaster?" He's like, "No."
No.
And then she closes the
Slam.
door. And he opens it. He knocks again. She goes, "Are you the Keymaster?" He goes, "I am the Keymaster."
Keymaster. Yeah.
And then okay, so then there's the showdown, and it's fucking J.K. Simmons, bro.
That was out of
they get all the gear.
nowhere.
We don't really need to talk about them getting the gear and the whole thing. Like that was
No.
whatever. But they basically get there, and it's J.K. Simmons and Olivia Wilde, which just came out of left field.
Wait, who?
The they them genderqueer.
Yeah.
The Zool, I
Zool?
guess. Yeah. It's fucking Olivia Wilde, bro.
Are you sure?
100%. And so J.K. Simmons delivers what, like 3 lines, and then
If that.
and then just gets ripped in half.
Wait, are you sure it's not Gozer?
It's Gozer, yeah, it's Gozer. Gozer plays
Okay.
that, and that's the non-binary queen.
Yeah. Damn, it is Olivia Wilde.
I know.
Okay,
I noticed it.
I
was
did
like,
not know that.
I was looking at her. I was like, that's Olivia Wilde. I was like, what the fuck is she doing in this movie? It caught me so off guard.
Yeah, I did not know that was Olivia Wilde.
How did
did
you
not
feel
know that.
about her ripping J.K. Simmons?
That you gotta. How didn't J.K. Simmons' character see that coming? You got like a godly demon or whatever, and you think they're really gonna say thanks for bringing him back?
I just thought it was so fucking funny because I was like, this dude has literally been like decaying and like waiting for her,
And then just gone.
I was also like, oh my god, like PG-13 thing. They didn't show a lot of blood or whatever. They just saw the rip in half.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn. And then the execution of like the half-ass climax, not really all the way there yet, but they capture. I thought this was interesting. They captured the ghost, and then the mom like peeled off.
Yeah.
Like they just captured the ghost, and then she was like half, or were like half of what they were.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about that? Did you think that was cool?
Yeah, no, I thought that was really cool. I was. It made them explaining the gatekeeper and keymaster in this really. Not it doesn't help with the original movie, but it definitely puts
A little more context.
a little more context on it, on why these 2 random dogs are there and guarding Gozer or whatever.
And I love that it ties back too, because I was like, it was clever what they did, where it's like 37 years, a massive incident happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool. I thought it was edited well, and then you get the scene at the farm. I mean, they race all the way back to the farm.
Yeah, and they click the button like at the beginning, and it doesn't work again.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're getting fucked. And then
all right, yeah, they came out of nowhere.
Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. And then the Ghostbusters come in. How did you feel about the original?
They came out of fucking nowhere.
You didn't think they were coming?
All right, I thought they would have. Not a better entrance, just a more. I don't know.
More weight.
Not more weight, just more kind of. I think they could have like showed us. Oh yeah, hey, they're coming type thing, and not just. I thought it might. Oh shit, they're here.
Well, I was talking to Olivia. I was like, okay, what if the Finn's like friend that he's trying to flirt with or whatever? What if she was at the police station, like making sure that everything was okay? And
and then you hear a jingle doorbell.
Yeah, or she like gets a call,
like that.
and she's like, okay, I'm coming to get you. And then she like pulled up with them in there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
like
saying?
that would have worked.
Yeah.
But it's just, oh, hey, they're there. I mean, and I mean, it's
Like,
cool.
how did they
but
even get there? I thought
yeah,
I was like,
like
what I will say is I like that they capture, in the original movies, there's a lot of like awkwardness between them, and it's kind of like what makes it a little bit funny. And I
yeah,
thought when they come in, I was like, oh, it's still like a little
it's still
awkward.
there. It's
Yeah, and
still there.
I really like that because it really felt like we were back like at the beginning of the in 1 and 2. Like they're still like
Hmm.
this awkward group, and they're like walking forward, and they're like
Hmm.
all slow and stuff now.
Are
And, and the
are
bit where he
you a
turns around
god?
and he's like, "Ooh, I missed that sound." Like Bill
Mhm.
Murray's like, "It feels good to be back in this." Like he
Hmm.
goes, you know what I'm saying?
And then freaking Gozer, are you a god? Ray steps forward, looks at him.
Ray,
Ray, yes.
yes, I am a god.
God.
No, that was awesome. That was a great bit.
That was very well delivered.
Hmm. And then they
Uh,
try.
they crossed the beams.
Yeah. Well, did you like them coming back?
Oh yeah, no, I loved it. Like
I'm
like,
surprised you didn't see it coming because I was like, they're definitely gonna be.
no, so I knew we were getting. I thought, all right, originally thought Bill Murray, but Dan Aykroyd. Like I definitely knew Dan Aykroyd would have been
Winston
there at
was.
the end.
Yeah, Winston was a surprise.
Yeah, Winston was. Yeah, I was happy with that, and same thing with Bill Murray.
Mhm.
Like I was.
But you
I was
gotta have
happy.
them all if you're gonna have two of them, right?
Yeah, like if you're gonna have at least Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, you got to bring the other guy back too.
And I like that they play like jokes on the fact that they know, like they've already met her before,
Yeah,
and that ties into her like grabbing the beams and uncrossing him. How did you feel about that?
that was cool as shit.
Yeah, bro.
That was cool.
I was like, okay, so they're gonna get here and then they're gonna wipe her out again, basically the same way, and they're doing it, and she pulls them apart, and then they get blasted back, and I was like, God damn! I was like, these
Yeah.
old timers, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, that's gonna knock him out. And then Peter Venkman, I swear to God, this line made me laugh so hard. He goes, "Well, I guess this is it, guys."
Yeah.
He's accepted death, like he's laying down. He's like,
yeah,
well.
he's just there. He's sitting there. I don't remember this job hurting so much.
Yeah. No, it's awesome, bro. And then the little girl or Phoebe starts shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Gozer,
Gozer.
and then she's like falling behind, like basically she's losing the battle essentially. And then
Oh, I loved it.
bro,
I loved it. Like that's
and then Egon's ghost grabs her hand and like helps her forward. Bro,
I was not expecting that.
I was expecting something, but I was not like that was not on my mind at all. I was like, okay, well, somebody else is gonna like Paul Rudd or something is gonna like break free. I don't know. But when he grabs her hand, bro, and like as soon as I saw it, I realized what was gonna like they were doing. And bro, I immediately teared up. Like I was almost
Really?
I was on the verge of like crying. Like I was there. And Olivia, I went and saw it with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was done, bro. Like,
Really?
She was fucking sobbing, just like absolutely crying. It's like when he has her hand, bro, and he's holding her steady there, bro. Oh my God, dog.
That was good. It was
just
really
like,
good.
I was just like, holy shit, dog. Like I might be crying. Now I will say, I think he kind of overstays his welcome a little bit.
I don't think so.
But the effects and like makeup that they do on the stand-in is like really solid. Like it looks like he looks dead on.
Yeah.
I felt. Did you feel the same way? Well, what did you think about all of it? The whole scene.
I loved it from when it happened. I was not expecting that at all. Like I thought, I didn't know if someone was going to jump in when she was losing the battle there against Gozer.
I thought something like that was going to happen, but I had no idea that it was going to be like Egon there.
But when he does reach down and then help her, and then she just looks up at him, and then I mean, they
getting chills just thinking about it, bro. Like, my God.
And they sit there and they defeat Gozer there, and
the Ghostbusters get back together, bro, and they're all four there. And I love the moment where they're blasting him, and they're just like,
yeah, just eyeing over.
Looking at him,
I thought they were gonna say something like some smart line or something.
Yeah. He's like, miss you, bud, or whatever he like says. Yeah. No, it was great, dude. It was.
I didn't know they were going to do that. That they were going to CGI him in.
Well, it's not even CGI. Like they got stand in, and like the effects, and they don't have him say anything, which I think is actually smart.
I'm glad they didn't.
That's part of why I felt he kind of overstayed his welcome, though, because I was like, okay, if you're gonna do this, he's probably gonna have to say something.
I
And
mean,
I was,
I knew that he was going to stay a little longer than what we thought because I mean, you've like when he's there helping the granddaughter, and then he has his moment with the Ghostbusters. I mean, he's got to have the moment with her daughter or
yeah.
with
See,
his daughter.
I was thinking. That's what I was saying. I was sitting there thinking. I was like, okay, he's kind of overstayed his welcome a little bit. And then they do the scene with the daughter where she like hugs him, and
That
I
was
was like,
good.
I was
That was
like,
good.
I was like, okay. I was like, I get it. I get why he was there that long because that's a really nice moment. And he like goes up into the stars and stuff.
And it says for Harold there.
Bro, oh my God, dog. It ruined me, dog.
That was good.
It destroyed me. It broke me, bro. Oh my God. And then it goes like and they do the Ghostbusters. Oh my God, roll credits, dog. It's so good.
That was
that they hit that like and they got the shit with Winston where he's like talking to the what's her name? He's talking to the car. He's talking to Echo One. He's like,
yeah,
we're gonna take care of you, baby. We'll get you fixed. I'm like, oh yeah, bro. And then they're like, the movie ends and they're driving like, as it says for Harold, it pans back down and they're driving Ecto One back into New York, dog. Oh my God, this was so tight. Come on.
I think we might get another one.
I will see. We'll talk about that here in a second because
Okay.
I'm interested to see, but I don't know how they're gonna do it because, God damn, man, that ending, like the movie, it has some pacing problems. I think I put it. Well, let's wait. Well, before we get to that, we're like overall. With the credits, they scroll down and we see him going back to New York, which was cool. I'm sure you thought it was cool. We'll talk about it in a second. And then they go, and then they're doing the credits, and then I don't know if you saw it. With Sigourney Weaver.
And you're like, where the fuck?
And I was
then
like,
it does
where the fuck was Sigourney Weaver? And then it cuts and they're playing the fucking card game for the first one, dog. Oh, come on. What do you think about that?
That was good. No, I thought that was funny as shit because I mean that's your first introduction to Peter Venkman.
Yeah.
And he's just doing it with Sigourney Weaver, and you see them. Hey, yeah, they're in a relationship now. They're going strong.
They're still going, yeah.
Still going. And I thought it was really good.
And when he was like, well, truth be told, I really only shocked the guys. And then she like zaps him again. He's like, I'm sorry, I know it was wrong. Like I've had a change of heart. Like just like, no, bro. I thought that was great. I thought that was fantastic. But well, and then, God damn. No, man, I think they hit the ending on the head. But overall,
they did.
Overall, I'd say beginning has a little pacing problems. Like it felt a little bit slow. But once Paul Rudd gets introduced, the movie starts to like find it.
It picks up.
Yeah, and I like that. It's Jason or it's Ivan Reitman's son, Jason.
Yeah, I really love that detail.
That was a nice little touch, and I feel like that like having his dad around and like it really made him feel more authentic. What do you think overall, like completely?
I mean, I love this movie.
You loved it. Wow. Do you think it's better than 2? Or
hands down, way better than 2.
Yeah, I agree. It's better than 2. Not quite as good as 1. Do you like it more than 1? Wow, Kirby likes it more than 1. Wow. I think 1 just I don't. There's no pacing problems with me in 1, but I feel like this one has more character moments.
I want to say like the reason why I think I like it better than 1 is because of all the throwbacks. Because I mean we never saw Ghostbusters in theaters.
Yeah. Made you feel like a kid again, didn't it? It made you feel like you're watching it on Saturday morning again.
Yeah, it made you like throwbacks to the time when you first hear Ecto 1 siren pulling out of that like secondhand firehouse. Yeah, it's
when they play the music, bro, at the end.
It's
like,
good.
It's good, bro. I'm telling you, they crushed the ending. And the For Harold thing, dude, it killed me, dog. Like I was not expecting that at all.
That was really good.
I was not expecting that. I was really not expecting that. So you liked it more than Ghostbusters? I don't know if I liked it more than Ghostbusters 1. I might put it even with Ghostbusters 1, honestly. But I don't know if I liked it more.
Did you stay till the very end?
No, did you?
Credits?
Is there a post-credit scene? What is it?
So it's
I missed it?
Yep. No, there's a post-credit scene. I Can't remember his name right now. I'm hit myself.
Winston, Ray.
Winston. It's a scene with Winston sitting in his like company office or whatever because he's a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company or whatever, right?
Yeah.
He's sitting there, and then it's Anna Potts, the Melnitz. Yeah, what the
No, it's
assistant.
the lady. Oh, which we didn't
Yeah.
talk about, but her scene at the beginning where she's talking about Egon.
Yeah, I was
on the
not
phone.
expecting that.
No, I thought that was awesome though.
Yeah, I thought that was
Yeah.
cool. But it's her and Winston sitting in his office, and Winston's talking to him. Well, no. First, it starts
I'm gonna have to look
off.
this up now.
It starts off with a scene from the deleted scene from the original Ghostbusters of Melnitz handing a coin to Spangler. And saying, "Oh yeah, hey, I got this coin from like a World Fair or something,
Yeah.
and it, like it's my lucky coin or something like that, and you can keep it." And Spangler goes, "Oh well, if it's your lucky coin, you should keep it." And Melnitz goes, "No, I've got another." And then it flashes to her holding that same coin in Winston's office.
I wish I hadn't missed that. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, and then they're talking back and forth and saying that Winston he's gonna, or his character is gonna fix up the old Ghostbuster firehouse, because while he's talking, he's doing a monologue. He goes into the old Ghostbusters firehouse. It's not a Starbucks. It's like worn down or something.
They said it was a Starbucks in the movie.
They did, but then when in the post-credit scene, it's all worn down, broken, or whatever.
I guess he didn't really. He said it was like a Starbucks or whatever. It was offhand.
Yeah. And he walks in, and it's all run down, shambles or whatever. And
I gotta watch this. I'm gonna pull this up on YouTube now.
the gist of it was he's gonna fix it up. He's gonna come back with Ghostbusters, and then it flashes down to like the basement of the firehouse where the big red tank was, where they emptied all the traps. And then
it's a long ass post credit scene. What the fuck?
It was a solid like 2-3 minute post credit scene. And then on that tank, you see the little flashing red light of it being full. It was a solid post-credit scene.
I'm gonna look it up on YouTube now, bro.
So hey Dylan,
The lights in my theater came up after the credit scene with Sigourney Weaver, so I was like, okay, that's it.
This is no matter what movie, you stay till the end of the credits.
I really don't. If it's like, damn, bro, I should have stayed to the end of the credits. Fuck me.
That's why they're making a second
I guess
one.
you got me. Usually I look it up. I didn't even look it up this time because I just didn't look it up. But okay, so wow, okay. So what was your favorite part?
I want to say, besides just the nostalgia throwbacks to like with Ecto 1 Siren, like I love that sound. Mm-hmm. It's just a very distinct throwback sound to me. And I want to say probably my favorite part was the like ghost Egon.
The very ending. Easily. When he grabs her hand, bro, instant, like it almost got me all the way. I was almost sobbing, just like all the way. And I wasn't expecting that because I was like that's like I said, neither one or two are very much like character driven, right? This one had a lot more character beats, but there's just something about like one of your like 4 Ghostbuster heroes like dying, and then they like the whole like your grandfather's there with you thing, like oh my god,
it was good.
Like it just fucking it tore me up, man. So I have to agree with you. Good. Yeah, I think that's it. But
and then I want to say my second favorite was that post-credit scene.
Fuck! I gotta go. Fuck! I can't believe I missed this. What the fuck, bro? Okay, I'm gonna look it up on YouTube as soon as this is over.
Hands down, one of the best post-credit scenes I've seen in a long time. Very well written, very well paced.
I'll go and see it again, and then I'll text you when I see it. Damn. Okay. All right, but let's talk about potential sequels, bro. Which clearly now my conversation skills are gonna go down quite a bit because I missed the post-credit scene, but you told me all about it. So, do you think there's gonna be a sequel?
Oh, hands down.
Or you think first of all, it made $60 million, and they made it for a budget of $75 million. So it made $60 million opening weekend, which is pretty good news.
Mm-hmm. No, they're definitely making a sequel. So
if they can, I think they will. And do you think it's going to be with Egon's kids and like this whole area, or do you think we're going to go back with the older ones? Because that's what I kind of want to ask you.
I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you, and I kind of don't want to speculate on it, right? Yeah. Like I'm thinking they're definitely making a second one. I don't know what it's going to be about. Don't know who's going to be the main star or anything. But
If
I want.
if the old guys are alive, do you think they'd want in on it?
Oh yeah,
You think so?
yeah.
And honestly, if you think about it, that kid from Ghostbusters 2 is ripe for being an adult. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Let me see if what he's doing. Let me
Well, we don't need to. Well, he was a baby, Kirby. Like,
well,
it was
still.
it was two twins.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was two twins that were the stand-in baby. But I mean, like, we don't even need them. I'm just saying, like, that character, like Sigourney Weaver's son, is like the perfect candidate to like start it up in New York or whatever, right? But I do think that now that you've opened with them, Egon's granddaughter and Finn Wolfhard would definitely have to be a part of the next one. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Phoebe's granddaughter would have to be, but
Phoebe's? You mean Phoebe?
yeah, Phoebe. Sorry.
And listen, they're bringing Ecto 1 back to New York. Winston's starting to open the place again. Like, it's ripe for potential, bro. Like, it's got
It is.
And I think the only thing that has to happen in order for it to like actually occur is the movie just has to make enough money. And right now, it seems to be on track to do so. So I'm like, what you just said got me hyped to go. Like, I want to go see it again, honestly.
So I found a very good description of the post-credit scene. Can I read it to you?
No, you just told me a very good description.
I know, but I was terrible.
Go through and just read the details that I missed.
Okay. Treated to a short, touching scene deleted from the original '84 Ghostbusters.
You told me that. I didn't miss that. Only read what I missed.
Well, okay. Well, never mind then.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying.
No. Still, it's better written than what I said.
Yeah. Well, what you said was pretty descriptive. Like, you were dead on. God damn it! I can't believe I missed that post credit. I'm never not looking it up again, bro. Like,
just stay till the end of the movie.
I just don't like waiting there because, like, I don't read the credits, bro. But damn. Okay, so you think original crew definitely will come back?
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do more with the Egon Ghost stuff, or do you think that this is kind of
that's it? That's it.
Do you think that? I think it should be it too, minus the daughter being there. I think him going up into the stars and like that was really well done, and I don't want to undercut it by him coming back. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. Do you think Finn Wolfhard's little like girl friend thing almost would come back too?
I don't know, and I don't think
care?
so.
Do you want to?
I really wouldn't care.
What about podcast? Do you want him to come back? Maybe. He's kind of maybe for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe he could come back. Maybe. But they would have to do him a little better, I think. I'm worried that they're going to put out a Ghostbusters 4, and it's going to be like Ghostbusters 2, and I'm just going to be like,
No.
But if they do a Ghost... Oh, go ahead.
If they do come out with another one, I feel like they're going to keep on the same track with... this, keep the son as the same director, and
yeah. Can you imagine, bro? If one of the other ones dies,
they won't. They won't. They will.
They'll never die.
They'll say fuck off, death, and then they'll just keep going.
I mean, Bill Murray's like 98. Like, that motherfucker's so old.
He's not 98,
but he's still doing movies. He's in French Dispatch and stuff like that.
He's good at that, by the way.
I haven't seen it yet. Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
He's born in 1950.
Why does he look so old, bro? I guess he's 70-something.
Yeah.
71. He's 71.
But, yeah, 1950.
That's pretty old. He could still do a whole movie. He could shoot a whole film as Dr. Venkman.
Oh, God, I would love it. I would watch it.
I would say, you know what? I would say this movie came and saw.
We came, we saw, we kicked
it kicked ass.
It kicked my ass. Yeah, it really did. I was really.
You want to know what was really the ass kicker for this movie?
What?
That post-credit scene.
You know, I'm gonna go see it again, dog. I got to. I gotta go see it again, so just to see that post-credit scene.
So good.
But yeah, other than that, like, I really want to see a sequel. I think this one's good enough it deserves one. Like, honestly, like, I think if you are wondering whether or not you go see this movie, you should.
Yeah.
On the fence, I would say definitely go a Ghostbusters casual definitely go. If you're discouraged by the 2016 one, don't. Or 2016,
16.
yeah, 16 one. Don't be. This is a completely different one. If they do a sequel, we will talk about it on this show, and then we will talk about Ghostbusters 2016 before we talk about that one, just for shits and giggles, because why not? But yeah, no, it's really good. Like I liked it quite a bit. And Kirby, I feel like you did the same, huh?
I did.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I'm gonna read you the end credit scene after we're done here.
No, you can't. I've got places to be, and I want to see it. Let me see it. Let me see it, and I'll call you after.
I'm still gonna read it to you.
Okay. Well, where can people reach out and find you on social media?
I mean, why would you look up my sad little life?
So
Kirby,
they can be sad with you.
I'm gonna block them if they try to follow me. Let me tell you.
Oh no, your new fresh cut, Kirby. Maybe someone wants to hit you up.
No, I wouldn't want to hit me up. Let me tell you.
Have a little confidence, Bob.
Nah. Who needs confidence?
Where can people find you? Kirby's Regards?
Yeah, Kirby Telesky, wherever you want to. Yeah.
Okay, all right. That was great. That will conclude our show, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Like I said, it really helps us out. And add me on Instagram at Dylan Reviews. I do little movie breakdowns and stuff like that. We're all appreciative of you listening, of course, and we hope to have you back when we talk about Spider-Man No Way Home in a couple of weeks. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Say bye, Kirby.